Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to our Mass Effect playthrough. Last time we left off, we picked up our new squad mate, Liara. Liara? That's her name, right? Where's she at? She with the doctor? Callier, thank you for the 11 months. Welcome back in. Welcome, welcome. How are ya? She's not in here. Yeah, we picked up a new squad mate. We tried to climb mountains in a Mako. A lot of shenanigans. Doctor's back room. Oh, okay. She's our new squad member who can potentially help us solve this mystery of disappearing civilizations completely wiped off the face of the universe. They rise to the tops of the pinnacles, the greatest heights. They climb and then they vanish, which is a little bit sus. And the Geth is now here, seemingly eradicating people as well. So there's a lot to unpack, and I think Liara is going to be a crucial keystone in unpacking this mystery. Fidel, thank you for the 8 months. How are you? How's it going? Welcome in.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I was worried. I'm a simp.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Goodbye. That's her job. But I'm not going to be playing favorites. No.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
Also, chat asked me if I have any favorites of the team so far, and I said that basically everyone is equal to me right now. They are all the same. They have some sort of pretty interesting backstory. I am pretty impartial. If I had to choose, I would probably say Rex and Tali, maybe. Just because Rex is the dude, the lad. But everyone is pretty equal, so I don't have favorites at this time.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
We'll see.
Promises are easy to make, but hard to keep.
I do not begrudge you your suspicions. I just hope in time you will come to trust me.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
Maybe she's just evil. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe she's just evil.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union.
What?
The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds.
My brain hole?
Explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits onto our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
So you can become pregnarte by mentally aligning with someone? Brain banging. Asexual reproduction. What about the other parent?
What happens to your partner after the union?
They die.
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Huh.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Huh? Any race, any gender, so you can procreate with another female Asari, I guess?
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great
the opposite
insult to my
of...
people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Then why'd she do it?
Agreed to the union if she didn't want any children.
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
How do they deal with that? I have so many questions. I'm just sitting here like, huh? Jerry, thank you for the 29 months. Welcome back in. Here's to many, many, many more. How are you? How's your weekend? So when two Asaris mate, how do they decide which one becomes pregnant? If it's 50-50? Yeah, how do they decide? I have a lot of questions. I'm gonna need like a pamphlet. I also maybe don't want to know. It's not my business. Huh.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
I'm not crying. That did not just touch my heartstrings. Oh, I don't know why that just made me cry. Okay. That's cool. That's just really sweet. I don't know. Then they have to raise the child alone. It's like they form this connection and love, and they know that they're not going to be able to survive with their partner, but they choose to do it anyways, and they have their offspring. Whew, okay. It's fine.
I should go.
Bye, Commander.
Cool.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving?
Yeah, we already talked about all this.
But there's something special. Goodbye, Commander.
And Dwellerin, thank you for the follow. And Kel, thank you for the follow as well. And Free Guy. Yeah, the writing in this game has been beautiful so far. Truly. Okay, so I made a promise. Chat has been dying for the Codex. Chat has been begging me for the Codex, so we're about to Codex and chill. Hold on. Whoa! Shh. Hold on to your horses. We're about to embark on a journey, so hope everyone's got their listening caps on. Because we're about to fucking learn some things. Codex and chill with Aurelia with probably some unhinged commentary on the side. Get ready for it.
The Asari were the first species to
Whoa, hold on. Matt, thank you for the tier 1 Subarino. Thank you so much. We have a newly hatched red panda. Can we please get some blankies in the chat to welcome our new fellow Panda Pack member? And thank you so much. Enjoy the sub. Welcome to the community. Happy to have you here. Thank you, thank you. And Deathlot, thank you so much for the gift sub. That is very sweet of you. Thank you guys for the love. I'm glad you're enjoying the vibes. Doo-doo-doo! Codex time. Everyone grab their snacks. Hi, Jinky. Everyone grab their snacks. Grab a drink. Grab a Jinky. A Jinx. Did it for the hype train. Hi, Cats. Hi, Mock. Hi, Porcupine. Hi, Mage. Hi, Union Jackal. Anyone else that I missed, welcome in, everybody. Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I am so happy to see you all here, hanging out. And hi, Paradox. One of my favorite game series ever says, follow along in your playthrough. Heck yeah, Matt. Well, if you've missed anything, I have the playthrough completely up on YouTube to include this episode. So if you want to go back and see any of my decisions or any of my thoughts so far, you're welcome to go back on my YouTube and watch it there. And then we will be playing through the games here, so welcome. You didn't say hi to me. I said hi to you like an hour ago. Free Guy, you haven't left. And I said thank you for the follow. Where you been? Hi, Rise. And Roy Riddle, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Enjoy the emotes. Welcome to the community. Thank you for the support to the channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. All right. Everyone ready? That was your warning to go run and grab snacks. We're about to get silly. I'm going to turn off sound alerts. Because I don't want to interrupt our... I'm going to call him Brian. I don't want to interrupt Brian while he's reading to us. But if you decide to follow or subscribe or anything like that in the background, thank you so much. And I will address said alerts after our Codex and Chill session. Deal? Deal. Mwah. Goodbye. Let's get silly.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of Parthenogenesis.
Write that down.
They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity.
Oh?
Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience.
I'm a maiden.
When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
I'm a maiden. Okay, interesting. Cool. Solarians. So those were mentioned in the Asari. So when the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council. Okay, so now we get to find out about the Solarians.
The second species to join the Citadel, the Solarians
This
are
guy.
warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Solarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast. To Solarians, other species seem sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Solarians over the age of 40 are a rarity. The Solarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan rebellions several centuries later.
Oh, these guys.
Solarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on.
Interesting. So these guys are like all gas, no brakes, pedal to the metal, live fast, die young mentality. Literally, like their body works so fast that they just like pass. Jesus. All right. It's weird if you think about it. Not to get existential, but you know, a minute into fly time, you know, like, you know, I had to make the sound effect in case you don't know what a fly is, but flies, they live for like what, a week or something. Every minute in fly time is like a year. It's like months. It's like a year in human time, and you know, dog years and stuff too. So for these people, they're just like cruising. They are going so fast, brain fast. That is fascinating. I love talking about time, even though it ultimately messes with my brain. Turians, let's go. Turians, what we got?
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers.
Our boy!
The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel Space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
Cool. Okay, so all three of them work to keep, like, the balance of the council. Okay, so we've got the diplomacy. Whoa, Brian, shut up. Anyways, the Asari, which are like the diplomatic side, whatever. And then we got the Solarians, which are like the espionage and the brains. And then we've got the Turians, who are like the meat of the operation. Cool. Sick. That was really interesting. Let's continue. In general, how are you? How was your stream? Thank you so much for the raid and bringing your people on over. Hope you're having a great day. Render, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I got alerts off because we are deep in the trenches of lore right now. We are fully locked in. Locked and loaded. Everyone ready? Everyone taking notes? I googled Parthenogenesis, by the way. Reproduction from an ovum and without fertilization, especially as a normal process in some invertebrates and lower plants. Natural form of asexual reproduction, which is the growth and development of embryos occur in a gamete without combining with another gamete. In animals, parthenogenesis means development of an embryo from an unfertilized egg cell. In plants, parthenogenesis is a component process of apomixis. Examples of parthenogenesis: bees, wasps, ants. What? What? You're telling me bees, wasps, and ants just spawn? I could have lived without that knowledge. I've made it 25 years into this existence not knowing that. The queen is like, I'm pregnant now. Me and Chad B over here, we had a real good talk. Brain pregnant. Having 20 kids. Yeah, the queen and her queen bee. That makes sense. In like the grand scheme of things. Yeah, 20,000. Tim, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Watching with my daughter today for a little bit. She's 5. I will try to behave. Hi, Pixie. We're talking about the reproduction of ants and bees and wasps. Alright, anyways, moving on.
The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society. The Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race.
Huh.
Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless Terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust, lies between their space and the Terminus systems.
Hive mind.
The Hanar are a Citadel species known for excessive politeness.
The religious chap.
They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have 2 names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical.
To talk about themselves?
So instead, they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kajay, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language.
Could have been the Protheans. That's the evidence we're looking for of them existing, right? Before they were wiped out. Apparently there's not a lot of evidence that Protheans existed in the first place, right? This guy's voice is way too calm.
When the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers.
Yes, these weirdos.
A docile, multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the Great Prothean Station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers were failures, and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity. Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else. Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel. No matter how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but some hypothesize they are genetic constructs. Biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself.
Hi, J Money. Did I see a bee pop in here? Did I see a bee? So interesting. So the Protheans set up the Citadel, and somehow this subspecies to exist to sustain the Citadel, but no one knows about this species either and how they got there, why they're there, but that it is rumored that they spawned from the core of the Citadel. That's so interesting. They just, like, exist.
The Krogan
Our
evolved
boy!
in a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by predators was still the #1 cause of Krogan fatalities. Afterwards, it was death by
Both
gunshot.
banger album
When
names.
the Solarians discovered them, the Krogan were a brutal, primitive species, struggling to survive a self-inflicted nuclear winter. The Solarians culturally uplifted them, teaching them to use and build modern technology, so they could serve as soldiers in the Rachni War.
That's badass. They're like
liberated from the harsh
weaponized turtles.
Of their homeworld, the quick-breeding Krogan experienced an unprecedented population explosion. They began to colonize nearby worlds, even though these worlds were already inhabited. The Krogan rebellions lasted nearly a century, only ending when the Turians unleashed the Genophage, a Solarian-developed bioweapon that crushed all Krogan resistance. The Genophage makes only 1 in 1,000 pregnancies viable, and today the Krogan are a slowly dying breed. Understandably, the Krogan harbor a grudge against all other species, especially the Turians.
God, that's so fucked. So they just they colonized a bunch of worlds, and the Turians decided to put an end to it by outsourcing to the Solarians, the smart ones, to build this bioweapon to biologically fuck the genome of the Krogans in order to make most of their pregnancies unviable. That's insane. That's so messed up.
Driven from their home system by the Geth nearly 3 centuries ago, most Quarians now live aboard the Migrant Fleet, a flotilla of 50,000 vessels ranging in size from passenger shuttles to mobile space stations. Home to 17 million Quarians, the flotilla understandably has
17 million?
resources. Because of this, each Quarian must go on a rite of passage known as the pilgrimage.
50,000 vessels?
They leave the fleet and only return once they have found something of value they can bring back to their people. Other species tend to look down on the Quarians for creating the Geth and for the negative impact their fleet has when it enters a system. This has led to many myths and rumors about the Quarians, including the belief that underneath their clothes and breathing masks, they are actually cybernetic creatures, a combination of organic and synthetic parts.
I mean, they created the Geth. Yeah.
The Volus are
These
a
guys.
species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also
They
a
look like little
client
moles.
race of the Turians. Centuries ago, they were voluntarily absorbed into the hierarchy,
Client
effectively
race.
trading their mercantile prowess for Turian military protection.
Oh, okay. They're resourceful.
Varon, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat to support an ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result, the Volus must wear pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen air mixtures are poisonous to them, and in the low-pressure atmospheres tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open.
Oh!
Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status. This culture of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act, and they continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy.
Very interesting. So they are born in a climate that they cannot withstand normal climates because of, and they have to wear this gas mask, and they basically kept themselves relevant by proving themselves to be resourceful and like the trader types, so that the Turians would like adopt them and protect them. I mean, viable, am I right? Like, you gotta stay alive. You know the song, you've heard it. Staying alive.
After the Geth secure a location, they round up and impale dead and living bodies
Jump
on
scare.
mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics. The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into mindless killing machines. Some Alliance soldiers refer to the husk-generating spikes as dragon's teeth.
Oh.
a reference to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth wherever the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted. Dragon's teeth and husks bear little resemblance to other pieces of Geth technology. No one is sure why a synthetic race would bother to drain the minuscule amount of recoverable resources from organic corpses.
Right.
But the value of reusing them as shock troops is obvious.
I mean, I think that is the value for them. What do you mean? Like, we are confused as to why they are building an entire army and reusing disposable corpses to work in their favor. Like, duh. Free labor. Kablam! That's why. No one is really sure why they're using that, but duh. Come on, Brian, get with it.
Varon are omnivores.
These
with
guys.
A preference for living prey.
That's a dog.
Originally native to the Krogan homeworld of Tuchanka, they are, like most life from Tuchanka, savage, clannish, and consummate survivors. They are pack hunters when vulnerable prey is readily available, and become scavengers when outnumbered or outclassed. Their supreme adaptability, vicious demeanor, and rapid breeding cycle have made them ubiquitous and dangerous pests on many worlds.
They're cute!
Virtually everywhere the Krogan have been, Varon infestations have followed, wreaking havoc with the native ecology. The Krogan have had a love-hate relationship with Varon for millennia, alternately fighting them for territory and embracing them as treasured companions.
Look at those beady eyes.
To this day, Krogan raise them as beasts of war. One of the common subgenus of Varon has metallic silver scales, leading to the rather unusual nickname fish dogs.
Fish dogs. Can I pet that fish dog? Can I pet that fish dog? I mean, it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Kind of freaky, though. If I woke up and I saw that in front of me, I would probably die. I would simply pass away. All right, moving on. Everyone here? We got everybody? You guys still with us? I mean, I'm not gonna, yeah, there might be a pop quiz at the end of this, so I hope everyone's paying attention. The narrator's name is actually Neil Ross. It's actually Brian. I don't know if you knew this, but we renamed him. Actually, his name is Brian. I'm just kidding. I'm so serious. We? Yeah, it was a mutual decision, right? This test is gonna take the ban. In-game, he's Brian. Didn't know we had a vote. You don't. Sometimes I am a benevolent god. Sometimes. Hi, Spencer. Hi, General. Again. Hello, hello. Thanks again for that raid. I appreciate it. The Royal We. Doubt. I'll airdrop you my notes. Hi, Mamus. Hope you're paying attention. Lots to do, lots to do. We're in a chat dictatorship. It's not a dictatorship. Anyways, let's get back to it.
The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home.
The Citadel is
it
badass.
serves as the political, cultural, and
I'd live
financial
there.
capital of the galactic community.
It's kind of bougie.
To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium. The
They look like they'd have a Starbucks and a
The
Lululemon.
Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium
I'm in.
holds the Citadel Council chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the Wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.
This is so wild. This is actually so crazy. The Protheans, who are they? I need to know. Who are they? It's like The pyramids of Giza. Who built those? Who? It had to have been aliens. Insane. Same thing. What's the difference?
The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation.
Notice how it's just
Each
those
of the
three
Council
races?
species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
The Gizans built the pyramids of Giza, dude. You're so right. Dweller. Big brain. Okay, so what you're saying is the Council is these three races that all work together in perfect harmony, and they speak for the rest of everyone. And then one of the races happened to genetically massacre an entire other race. There's some tomfuckery happening here.
Citadel Space is an unofficial term referring to any region of space controlled by a species that acknowledges the authority of the Citadel Council.
That implies that there are people that don't acknowledge it.
It appears this territory encompasses most of the galaxy. In reality, however, less than 1% of the stars have been explored. Even Mass Effect FTL drive is slow relative to the volume of the galaxy. Empty space
He
and
said the
systems
thing.
without suitable drive discharge sites are barriers to exploration. Only the mass relays allow ships to jump hundreds of light years in an instant, the key to expanding across an otherwise impassable galaxy. Whenever a new relay is activated, the destination system is rapidly developed. From that hub, FTL drive is used to expand to nearby star clusters. The result is a number of densely developed clusters, thinly spread across the vast expanse of space, connected by the mass relay network.
Okay, so this is the mention of mass relays. They allow ships to jump hundreds of light years in an instant, the key to expanding across an otherwise impassable galaxy. So these relays are set up as like jump points. They're activated. The destination system is rapidly developed. So when you activate the relay, the site is then discharged and developed, and that's when you can like expand your exploration. Space slingshots. Okay. Interesting. He said the thing. Every time they say Mass Effect, take a shot. You know the rules. I don't make them. I just work here. Hi, Valkyrie. How are you, cutie? Hi, Shaman Shadows. Good to see you again. You're a Trekkie. That's so cool, Spencer. I've never watched Star Trek or really seen much about it, so that's very neat to me. You're in the middle of watching football. What team are you into, Jaron? Who are you cheering on? We'll cheer with you. Possibly. No promises. Tiger Fangs, thank you for that follow, and Nordheim as well. Welcome to the community. Happy to have you here. What if I say Mass Effect? I don't count. I'm not Brian. I am a lowly bystander. I just work here. Hi, Deltron. Hello, hello. I may have said non-passing grades will be banned. Everyone better be paying attention. There's gonna be a test. You know, Sonic, they have those things that make you go faster. Those built in space. Gotta go fast. Football. Yeah, we got some good games coming up. Not a big sports ball girl, but today's NFL day, so gotta head to bed. I've been up all night. Love working Mass Effect and I'll 100% pass the test. That's awesome, General. Hope to see you again for the playthrough then, so we can hear your thoughts, and I hope you get some good rest. Thanks for stopping in. First question, what does Mass Effect do? Something about gravity. It's this force that just holds things. Something. I read it in the introduction when I had to like spit bars to read 4 sentences in a metric 10-second interval. All I remember is like the Mass Effect is the phenomenon, the blah, 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 force that was called Mass Effect. Heck yeah, Valk. I'm doing good. I hope you are doing well. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Runs to get their morning margarita. Sometimes that can help take a test better. Sometimes that can help take a test worse. Da, 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 da. Hi Zoro, how are you? Good to see you, long time no see. How you been? It just works. Mass Effect? It just works. Don't ask questions. All right. Break over. Brian got his rest.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance and answer only to the Citadel Council.
High key.
They are elite military
Spectres are
operatives,
badass.
granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem
Don't
necessary.
talk to me, I'm a Spectre. I'm
They
a Navy
operate
SEAL.
independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years, they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation. Humanity's first contact with an alien race occurred in 2157. At that time, the Alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered.
Slingshots.
A practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races. When a Turian patrol discovered a human fleet attempting to activate a relay, they attacked. One human vessel survived, retreating to the colony of Shanxi. The Turians followed, quickly defeating the local forces. Shanxi was occupied, the first and to date only human world to be conquered by an alien species. The Turians believed the handful of ships they defeated represented the bulk of human defenses, so they were unprepared when the Second Fleet, under Admiral Castany Drescher, launched a strong counteroffensive, evicting them from
Get
Shanxi.
shit on!
The Turians mobilized for full-scale war, drawing the attention of the rest of the galaxy. The Council quickly intervened, forcing a truce. Fortunately for humanity, the First Contact War was ended with a diplomatic solution.
That's spicy. Alright, 2157. What year are we in right meow? Per the lore. Chillings, working festivals, so not home all the time. I hope that's going well. That sounds like interesting, at least. I'd rather work at festivals than like not at festivals. A lot of good people watching. Hopefully you get something out of it. And hopefully the weather's nice. Mass Effect. Element 0 lowers the mass of ships to 0, allowing the ships to travel at faster than light speeds for travel. Mass Effect relays create navigation mass corridors between relays to allow interstellar flight to other stars. Okay, so the paradigm of the Mass Effect is that ships have a sum of 0, which allows them to go fast, and then they travel via slingshot. Let's transfer this big brain concept to smooth brain concept. It affects mass. Nice. So what you're saying is the Mass Effect affects mass. No way. Alright.
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity.
This is
as a whole.
fascinating.
The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War.
Yeah, no
While
kidding.
the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
Basically, they were like, we don't really need this. And then, yeet, lo and behold, the First Contact War happened, and they were like, well, shit, maybe we do need this. Maybe we could use a little bit of help. I am the captain now. How many red pandas does it take to figure out what Mass Effect is? You can tell there's the BioWare civics and military nerds with how much detail they go into. And I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that because I personally do like the military things. I try to obviously stay away from them. I mean, maybe not obvious to everyone, but like I try to stay away from military stuff in my free time, considering, you know, I work in the military all the time. So I try to not be surrounded by it. But it's nice when games can incorporate the lore, especially when it's relevant. And I actually like can understand what they're talking about. It feels good, man. Feels good, .jpg. To get to flex my nerd brain. Good luck with dinner. It's the little things, exactly. Like talking to the engineer, like the chief engineer that stands next to Tally. And that was really cool. I was like, oh shit. Very neat. Very neat. I appreciate your perspective on this, though. That's very cool. That is honestly making my heart so happy. Seeing the comments being like, wow, like this game coming from the perspective of a military member, and that's really dope that I can... A lot of times it feels like you're just watching... Obviously, different people have different takes on video games. You know, no matter who you watch, you're always going to get a little bit of something different. So it's cool that I can bring like my own unique perspective to this game and series. And like people feel like they're getting something out of it. I don't know. That's just very rewarding for me.
Pharos is a habitable world in the Attican Beta Cluster. 2/3 of the habitable surface is covered with the ruins of a crumbling Prothean megatropolis. In the millennia since the Prothean extinction, the ruins have been repeatedly picked over by looters many times. Pharos was considered a poor prospect for colonization, as little open ground remains for agriculture. The only sizable freshwater sources are the poles, which are tapped by the decaying Prothean aqueduct systems. The dead cities, while in good condition considering their antiquity, are of uncertain stability. Ground level is congested by a dozen meters of fallen debris, and the air is fouled by dust. In 2178, the Human Exogeny Corporation announced its intention to place a permanent colony on Pharos to thoroughly explore the ruins. The pioneer settlement was placed on the upper levels of several intact skyscrapers, using the surviving Prothean aqueducts and rooftop hydroponic gardens to support the population.
Okay, everything is making more sense. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it takes me a minute to get into things. This is just the way that I am. And so like when I start playing a game or watching a show, like Game of Thrones was my worst nightmare. They just start throwing out so many new names. So it's the same thing with any single video game, like with The Witcher. They just start talking about these places and names and things, and it's just such a culture shock. So it takes me a minute to get into the lore, and so it's all kind of starting to form a cohesive picture in my mind. So like Exogeny Corporation, Pharos, is that the planet? Where was the planet that had the zombie plant in the basement? Was that here? I promise I am not dumb. I just suck at names with things, and it's difficult for me to paint. Like, my mind palace works in a weird way. Okay, so this was Pharos. Okay, so this is where we went with the whole sequence of events with the zombie plant, with the people, and so the Prothean aqueducts. So this was previously a place inhabited by the Protheans then, and then they had the one surviving plant that I destroyed that was taking over the population, but the Geth wanted to acquire it for their own personal use. Did they mention if the plant was also part of like a Prothean thing? Because we wanted to conduct research on the plant, but obviously I destroyed it, so... The basement plant and the long highways, yeah. They didn't say? Okay. Cool. That's just like a connection that I'm potentially making, because we don't really know much about the plant, and I guess we never will! Sucks to suck, because I destroyed that shit. Pretends to take notes. Yeah, I'm... It's hard for me to conceptualize things when you just throw out stuff, and then it's just like, my brain is like a bowl of spaghetti. You take it and you throw it at the wall, and eventually some of it will start to stick to the wall, like strands of it, but I can't just be like, oh, I get it. The Thorian, it was there before the Protheans. Okay. Also, hi Texas, welcome in. And Hardines, thank you for the follow. There before the Protheans. Okay, so ancient zombie plant. Understood. Okay, cool. We're getting there. We're getting there. My brain is happening. Things are happening. And eventually it'll all make perfect sense to me. Quality of life was a thing. True. Cannot install. Thousands of years ago. The Protheans died about 50,000 years ago, so not clear. Okay. My mind palace is a Lego village with completely unexplained elephant statue. High fish sticks. That's why I couldn't get into this game as quickly as others. My mind palace also couldn't handle the catapults of information. Yeah, I'm like a hands-on girl, so like when it came to The Witcher or whatever, it's like, okay, they're talking about these places and concepts and people, but then you're pretty much nearly instantly introduced to them, so it was like vague things. Besides the historical data and whatever, but it was like, here's a person at this place. You go to the person and you discover the place, but here's this just like lore. Okay, I'm done talking about it. I'm tired of hearing my own voice. You get the point. The brain does not work sometimes. We will learn all of the things, and by the third game, I'm gonna be fucking spitting bars about all these characters and regions. It's fine.
The Terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. It is populated by a loose affiliation of minor species, united only in their refusal to acknowledge the political authority of the Council or adhere to the Citadel Conventions.
Woo!
Their independence comes at a price. The Terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the Terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the Terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe, triggering a long and costly war.
The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the Terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe. So, by going into the conflict, the Council could potentially trigger them all to, like, actually have success in cooperation. That's kind of funny. Got it. So this system shits on the council, but then they're fraught with piracy, slavery, you name it. All right. Weird flex, but okay.
There are between 2 and 400 billion stars in the galaxy, and less than 1% of them have ever been visited or had their systems properly surveyed. Humanity's early expansion into the Attican Traverse was haphazard, a desperate race to claim habitable planets where populations can be economically settled. Ignored in the wake of this land grab were thousands of less hospitable worlds, each potentially rich with industrial resources. The wealth of entire solar systems lies untapped, waiting for corporate survey teams or independent pioneers to discover and exploit them. However, this is not an easy task. In addition to the environmental hazards, the fact that uncharted worlds are largely ignored makes them popular bases for criminals, revolutionaries, cults, and others who wish to remain unnoticed by...
We got that.
Faster than light
oh my god, there's more!
Element Zero cores to reduce the mass of the ship, allowing higher rates of acceleration.
Okay.
This effectively raises the speed of light within the mass effect field, allowing high-speed travel with negligible relativistic time dilation effects. Starships still require conventional thrusters, chemical rockets, commercial fusion torch,
because they don't have an FTL drive,
ion engine, or military anti-proton drive, in addition to the FTL
or in
drive
addition,
core.
okay.
With only a core, a ship has no motive power.
Yes, naturally,
the amount of
motive power.
Power required for a drive increases exponentially to the mass being moved and the degree
the
it is
fuck
being
is an EZO?
Very massive ships or very high speeds are prohibitively expensive. If the field collapses while the ship is moving at faster than light speed, the effects are catastrophic. The ship is snapped back to sublight velocity. The enormous excess energy shed in the form of lethal Cherenkov radiation.
Okay. So you need conventional thrusters as well as a faster than light drive to power the vessel. Got it.
Larger warships are generally classified in one of 4 weights.
I love the Navy.
Frigates are small, fast ships used for scouting and screening of larger vessels. Frigates often operate in wolf-pack flotillas. Cruisers are middleweight combatants, faster than dreadnoughts and more heavily armed than frigates. Cruisers are the standard patrol unit and often lead frigate flotillas. Dreadnoughts are kilometer-long capital ships mounting heavy, long-range firepower. They are only deployed for the most vital missions.
Big boys.
Carriers are dreadnought-sized vessels that also carry large numbers of fighters. Smaller vessels are almost exclusively used in a support role to the warships during combat.
Makes sense.
Fighters are one-man craft used to perform close-range attacks on enemy ships. Interceptors are one-man craft optimized for destroying opposing fighters.
Nice. Frigates, cruisers, dreadnoughts, carriers. Makes perfect sense.
The Normandy is a prototype starship developed by the Human Systems Alliance with the assistance of the Citadel Council. It is optimized for scouting and reconnaissance missions
for the stealth technology, right?
Using state-of-the-art stealth technology.
Yeah, boy.
For most ships, the heat generated through standard operations is easily detectable against the absolute zero background of space. The Normandy, however, is able to temporarily sink this heat within the hull. Combined with refrigeration of the exterior hull, the ship can travel undetected for hours or drift passively for days of covert observation.
Pretty cool.
This is not without risk. The stored heat must eventually be radiated, or it will build to levels capable of cooking the crew alive.
Expel the heat.
Another component of the stealth system is the Normandy's revolutionary Tantalus drive, a Mass Effect core twice the standard size. The Tantalus drive generates mass concentrations that the Normandy falls into, allowing it to move without the use of heat-emitting thrusters.
So that obviously builds into its stealth factor. I'm wondering like what levels the temperatures peak to and like how long it can hold its heat before it needs to expel it, because obviously that'll render the ship vulnerable to attack for when it does need to expel that heat. So just wondering.
Sovereign is the flagship of the rogue Spectres Sarin.
Ooh.
An enormous dreadnought larger than any other ship in any known fleet. It
Kinda
is crewed
sexy.
with both Geth and Krogan. At 2 kilometers long, its spinal-mounted main gun is likely capable of penetrating another dreadnought's kinetic barriers with a single shot.
Kinda hot.
How Sarin acquired this incredible warship is unknown. The prevailing opinion is that Sovereign is a Geth construct, while others believe it is a Prothean relic. Its design, however, hints at a more alien and mysterious origin. The attack on Eden Prime demonstrated Sovereign's ability to generate mass effect fields powerful enough to land on a planetary surface.
Wild.
This implies it has a massive Element Zero core
Eezo.
and the ability to generate staggering amounts of power.
They're like, no one knows how the fuck he got this thing, but it's really cool and super overpowered. Cool. Thanks. Hi, Potato. How are you? Happy late birthday. Hope you had a great day. I'm a bit worried about a dreadnought with the length of 2 kilometers, just somehow able to land on planets. Yeah, no one knows how he got this thing. It's just got like all these OP specifications. It's fine. We're
Ship
fine.
Mobility dominates space combat. The primary objective is to align the mass accelerator along the bow with the opposing vessel's broadside.
Wait, okay,
Battle.
repeat what the
Sovereign
fuck
is
you
the
just said.
flagship
That
of
bit,
the
that was not a
rogue
sentence.
Ship mobility dominates space combat. The primary objective is to align the mass accelerator along the bow with the opposing vessel's broadside.
Ah,
Battles typically play out as artillery duels, fought at ranges measured in thousands of kilometers, though assaults through defended mass relays often occur at knife fight ranges, as close as a few dozen kilometers. Most ship-to-ship engagements are skirmishes between patrol vessels of cruiser weight and below, with dreadnoughts and carriers only deployed in full-scale fleet actions. Battles in open space are short and often inconclusive, as the weaker opponent typically disengages. Once a ship enters FTL flight, the combat is effectively over. There are no sensors capable of tracking them, or weapons capable of damaging them.
wait, what?
The only way to guarantee an enemy will stand and fight is to attack a location they have a vested interest in, such as a settled world or a strategically important mass relay.
There is no way to track ships in FTL flight? Is this specific to combat, or in general there are no navigation slash like tracking systems, sensors that can track vessels in FTL? In general? God damn. Interesting. That's mighty convenient. So you can just phase out. You can be wherever, tracked by someone you don't want to be tracked by, and then you can just make like a chip and dip. Okay.
The Mako infantry fighting vehicle was designed for the System Alliance's frigates.
Yeah.
Ship mobility dominates.
Sorry. It does make sense that you can't track it because it is just like so powerful. But like it's just still interesting that there's just like there's no systems out there at all. Like there's no, how do I phrase this question? There's like no pre-stationed monitoring devices like throughout. I guess the galaxy is just too fucking big for that, but like it doesn't necessarily have to be the ship that's tracking the other ship. Like there's no other way to track ships that are engaged in faster than light flight, I guess is my question. Space is big, yeah, that's I guess that makes sense. My brain is thinking small. Slapping an air tag. Can't get away from me, bitch. Hi, Weenie Hudson, you're welcome in. Can't handle something moving that fast. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. You'd think that there would be like the like trash outposts or things that are like with the technology. You think there'd be something powerful enough, but I don't know, man.
Faster than the Mako infantry fighting vehicle was designed for the System Alliance's frigates. Though the interior is cramped, an M35 is small enough to be carried in the cargo bay and easily deployed on virtually any world. With its turreted 155mm mass accelerator and coaxially mounted machine gun, the Mako can provide a fire team with weapon support as well as mobility.
And she does.
Since Alliance Marines may be required to fight on any world, the Mako is environmentally sealed and equipped with microthrusters for use on low-gravity planetoids. The Mako is powered by a sealed hydrogen-oxygen fuel cell and includes a small Element Zero core. While not large enough to nullify the vehicle's mass, the core can reduce it enough to be safely airdropped. When used in conjunction with thrusters, it also allows the Mako to extricate itself from difficult terrain.
That's how it works. A small EZO core, and that's how we can... Vroom vroom. That's why I'm always bouncing around. Interesting.
Biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create mass effect fields through the use of electrical impulses.
That's
from
what
the
they're
brain.
doing. They're creating
Intense
mass
training.
effect fields?
Surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce mass effect fields powerful enough for practical use.
Huh?
The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to Element Zero.
Bah.
This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system.
Dude. Huh? Okay, so if the baby gets exposed to EZO and it starts bouncing around in there, there's a chance it could, you know, have life-threatening cancer, or somehow, but you know, Porque no los dos get a little crazy with its biotics and be able to manipulate Mass Effect.
An artificial intelligence is a self-aware computing system capable of learning
Caden's
and
slightly
independent
cooler now.
decision-making. Creation of a conscious AI requires adaptive code, a slow, expensive education, and a specialized quantum computer called a blue box.
Slow, expensive.
An AI
Woof.
cannot be transmitted across a communication channel or computer network. Without its blue box, an AI is no more than data files. Loading these files into a new blue box will create a new personality, as variations in the quantum hardware and runtime results create unpredictable variations. The Geth serve as a cautionary tale against the dangers of rogue AI, and in Citadel Space, they are technically illegal. Advocacy groups argue, however, that an AI is a living, conscious entity, deserving the same rights as organics. They argue that continued use of the term artificial is institutionalized racism on the part of organic life. The term synthetic is considered the politically correct alternative.
Huh. This is a thing.
A virtual intelligence is an advanced form of user interface software. VIs use a variety of methods to simulate natural conversation, including an audio interface and an avatar personality to interact with. Although a VI can provide a convincing emulation of sentience, they are not self-aware, nor can they learn or take independent action. VIs are used as operating systems on commercial and home computers. Minimal VI agents are also available. Agents are compact and specialized. Some serve as personal secretaries, filtering calls and scheduling meetings based on user-defined priorities. Others are advanced search engines, propagating themselves across the extranet to collate user-requested data. Commercial VIs in a variety of stock personalities are available at any software retailer. Boutique firms and hobbyists also build unique VIs to personal specification. Although software emulation of living personalities is illegal, reconstructions of famous historical figures are common.
Interesting. Life helpers.
When subjected to an electrical current, the rare material dubbed Element Zero, or EZO, emits a dark energy field that raises or lowers the mass of all objects within it. This mass effect is used in countless ways, from generating artificial gravity to manufacturing high-strength construction materials. It is most prominently used to enable faster-than-light space travel. EZO is generated when solid matter, such as a planet, is affected by the energy of a star going supernova. The material is common in the asteroid debris that orbits neutron stars and pulsars. These are dangerous places to mine, requiring extensive use of robotics, telepresence, and shielding to survive the incredible radiation from the dead star.
But it's required.
Only a few major corporations can afford the setup costs required to work these primary sources.
And that, my friends, is how a monopoly is created.
Element Zero at the Prothean Research Station on Mars, allowing them to create mass effect fields and develop FTL travel.
Huh.
Element Zero can increase or decrease the mass of a volume of space-time when subjected to an electrical current. With a positive current, mass is increased. With a negative current, mass is decreased.
How do you...
The stronger the current, the greater the magnitude of the
Can you
dark energy
manipulate
mass
if you have a
effect.
positive or negative current?
In space, low-mass fields allow FTL travel and inexpensive surface-to-orbit transit. High-mass fields create artificial gravity and push space debris away from vessels. In manufacturing, low-mass fields permit the creation of evenly blended alloys, while high-mass compaction creates dense, sturdy construction materials. The military makes extensive use of mobility-enhancing technologies, with Mass Effect utilizing fighting vehicles standard frontline issue in most military forces. Mass Effect fields are also essential in the creation of kinetic barriers or shields to protect against enemy fire.
The shields that we see in combat. Interesting. So you can manipulate it with electric fields. So if you have an electric field, you are capable of manipulating the positive or negative energy in order to create the density or lack thereof. Huh.
Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect the wearer. The inner layer consists of fabric armor with kinetic padding. Areas that don't need to be flexible, such as the chest or shins, are reinforced with sheets of lightweight, ablative ceramic. The outer layer consists of automatically generated kinetic barriers. Objects traveling above a certain speed will trigger the barrier's reflex system and be deflected, provided there is enough energy left in the shield's power cell.
That's
Armored
cool.
hard suits are sealable to protect the wearer from extremes of temperature and atmosphere. Standard equipment includes an onboard mini-frame and a communications, navigation, and sensing suite. The mini-frame is designed to accept and display data from a weapon's smart targeting system to make it easier to locate and eliminate enemies.
So they've all got their own little mini Jarvis.
Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields, projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins, or radiation.
Huh. Yeah, how does this shit work?
Medigel is a common medicinal salve used by paramedics, EMTs, and military personnel. It combines several useful applications: a local anesthetic, disinfectant, and clotting agent all in one. Once applied, the gel is designed to grip tight to flesh until subjected to a frequency of ultrasound. It is sealable against liquids, most notably blood, as well as contaminants and gases. The gel is a genetically engineered bioplasm created by the CERTA Foundation, a medical technology megacorp based on Earth. Technically, Metagel violates Council laws against genetic engineering, but to date, it has proved far too useful to ban.
Okay. I mean, sounds like a hack.
All modern infantry weapons, from pistols to assault rifles, use micro-scaled mass accelerator technology. Projectiles consist of tiny metal slugs suspended within a mass-reducing field, accelerated by magnetic force to speeds that inflict kinetic damage. The ammo magazine is a simple block of metal. The gun's internal computer calculates the mass needed to reach the target based on distance, gravity, and atmospheric pressure, then shears off an appropriate-sized slug from the block. A single block can supply thousands of rounds, making ammo a non-issue during any engagement.
Dude, that's fascinating. What?
Top-line weapons also feature smart targeting that allows them to correct for weather and environment.
Huh?
Firing on a target in a howling gale feels the same as it does on a calm day at the practice range. Smart targeting does not mean a bullet will automatically find the mark every time the trigger is pulled. It only makes it easier for the marksman to aim.
Dude, that's insane. Okay, we just learned so much. I'm not gonna read these right now because we just did a giant lore dump. But I will be going back to read the secondary guys. Got aimbot, yeah, for real. I do like that we're building this foundation now because it's all just gonna build over the next few games. So I'd rather have like a good baseline foundation. I feel like I'm in math class again. If I don't pay attention during the first couple classes, I'm not gonna know how to do algebra. Jesus. Okay. What was I gonna level up? I should probably level these guys up, right? I say that and then I level that up entirely. Okay, let's just start chipping away at these because I don't know what else to level up. Wow! That was a lot. That was a lot. Whew, okay. Back to side quests. Let's just pick one. Citadel in person, I don't want to go back there yet. Earth's moon, the VI. Samples. Go to system. Okay. Let's start with this missing research team. Antaeus system and the Hades Gamma cluster. Oh my god, wait, there's more. Hydra system and Argos Row to... Hydra... Let's just start from the bottom. So let's do Hydra in the Argus Row. Hydra, Argus Row.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
From who?
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
God damn it. Where even is that? This way? Am I going the wrong way? Can I get a donut? I have no clue. Is it this? Wrong way. Nice. Thank you. I just want to save time because I'm going to be wandering around and no one wants to see that. Behind the bridge? Okay. Oh, like directly behind the bridge? Is it that, like, conference area? Conference table? Give this guy a map. Behind the map? Not this, because that's Joker. Map. Wall. Yes, this room. Oh boy, the council.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Tell me.
What kind of information?
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel Space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
And?
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important.
Okay.
Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to
We don't know what they were saying. They're a bunch of spies.
To our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
Super dangerous. Anyways, you want to go? Hi, Nezo. How are you? These guys are tripping. Thanks for the info.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Air Force birthday? I think it's one day after today, September 18th, 19... Yeah, I was gonna say 1947. It might also be a day ahead for you. So thank you so much. Texas, yo, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the community. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that mission. Thank you, guys. Yay, look at all those blankies. Thank you for getting the blankies out. To our new red panda, thank you for the support. Welcome to the community. Yes, I got the cat thing. Thank you so much for it. My cats love it. They are hanging out on the window. They love it, the little cat hammock. Thank you so much. Okay, let's play a game called Did Aurelia Remember What She Just Read 3 seconds ago in the log? Not Vermeer. Maroon Sea, there's something there. Argos Row, I think that's the one. Hydra, yep. That's the one. Away from the plants, yep. One of us. Another panda joins the ranks. They just said it was somewhere in this system. The missing team. Saiba. Saiba is a standard Neptune-type gas giant, and the upper cloud decks of the hydrohelium atmosphere tinted a dramatic blue traces of methane. Large concentration of helium-3. Varmalus. Varmalus has a thick atmosphere of nitrogen and helium. Its surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of alumina with deposits of borax. The planet has an extensive network of subterranean caves formed over the millennia by volcanic processes. In these relatively cool areas, some primitive life has been developed. Okay. Canrum. Canrum is a small rocky world with a trace of atmosphere, methane, and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of magnesium and silicates with deposits of carbon. Canrum was the site of the warlord Shiger's defeat by Turian peacekeeping forces during the Krogan rebellions. While this band was not especially powerful, Shiger was a female warlord, and one of the few remaining fertile females at that. She had, through viciousness and cunning, parlayed her unique value into a position of power. Krogan males competed for the right to join her band and lie with her. When Shiger's death was announced, vengeful male Krogan admirers near and far swore blood oaths against the participating Turian crews. In the end, several thousands of the Turian participants were killed in open combat or through assassination. To this day, Many Krogan proudly proclaim that they have the blood of Shiger. That's pretty deep, yo. She sounds like a badass. Insignia recovered. Scans of the planet's scan room reveal dangerous levels of radiation coming from orbit. Chief Engineer Adams conducted further scans and developed the remains of an ancient warhead marked with the Parthia colony insignia. Dang, so like during the Krogan rebellions, she was a warrior. That is badass. Metgos.
Coming in.
Oh.
Patching it through.
Found it.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. An emergency landing. Cargo's. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Oh shit. Warning, level 2 heat hazard. Metcos is a large terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Its hot surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of potassium and heavy metals. It is a mineralogical treasure trove with concentrated heavy elements constantly being brought to the surface by volcanic activity. Metcos is inhospitable and dangerous, and expeditions must be well prepared to survive any length of time. With its high mass, heat-trapping clouds, and constant volcanic venting, Metcos seems well on its way to becoming a Venusian pressure cooker world. Sounds pleasant. Ooh, we can take Liara. Full biotic. Alright. And Vigarius is the bottom two. Kind of a little wombo combo there. Let's try it out. Sounds pleasant. What's not to like about this planet? Completely uninhabitable, mega hot, unstable. Ooh, we just got a Medal of Exploration 3 award. Transponder signal. Let's not do that yet. Ooh, wait, there's rocks though. Sounds like my ex. Hot, unstable, intolerable. Wow. Tell us how you really feel, J Money. Tell us how you really feel. I see it with my eyeballs. Heck yeah. Rare element, large deposit of thorium. 10,000 schmeckles! Hot damn! That's a lot of schmeckles. 10,000. Damn. I think we dated the same chick. I'm only up on the latest YouTube video, what's happened so far. I think YouTube is like one video behind as of yesterday, so we just rescued Liara. And that's it. That's like the progress that we've made. We also did the whole cult mission. Found a cult. Liberated them. And we got our favorite blue girl. We zooming. Whee! Make that little mini Ezo guy go. Turian corpse, my god. This is probably a corpse left behind from the rebellion. When the Krogans were killing the Turians. Go with this colony inside. The text is indecipherable. 10,000. Fi, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Did you level up Liara? I did not. Thank you for the reminder. What the? Oh, this is her. 53. Sorry, scientist. We're gonna do that one. Why did they give her max throw? That is stupid. We're gonna max out her throw. Muscle mommy to the max, baby. Because biotic? Oh, is that like a thing for them? Oh, she wears human armor? She's in Gladiator 1 right now, so we gotta get her some new gear. Oh yeah, there we go. And biotics are skilled with... Let me cheat real quick. There's no guns. Just power. Okay. I'll give her a pistol. Pistols? Okay, cool. And then I'll give her just some upgrades, because... Why not? Cipher tool. Damn, why is this way better than the 5s? That's insane. This level 4 stiletto is like off the charts. I think our boy Garrus is good. Better manufacturer. Okay, that's interesting. That is very interesting. Find the conduit. Oh, okay. Vermeer. Okay. Yeah, finding Liara was a big deal. That's like the biggest thing that we've accomplished in the last couple episodes. Corporate competition. Whee! Christ. There's gotta be more rocks on this planet, right? We only found one deposit of minerals. What we got here? That was bad. I don't want to talk about it. Hell yeah, brother. Kinetic stabilizer. Okay. I wonder what YouTube will think of the lore part. They're gonna be like, Jesus, Aurelia, did you pay attention to anything that's been going on for the last, like, 20 hours of you playing this game? I'm gonna be like, nope. It all just sounded like words in my cranium. Protheans who? Hi Dash, welcome in. Cats in the cradle and a silver spoon. Better than the man in the moon. Whee! Go little Mako, go! YouTube normally behaves.
There is the wreckage. I do not see any survivors.
Careful, man. I've got a bad feeling. Geth, it's a trap.
No! It's a tarp! Fuck those guys. All right. Flying boys, ow ow. Rocket trooper, also ow. Don't touch my barrier. Get away. Fiend. Jesus. Now what? Was that it? Was that the entire mission? Is that... So it was fake? That was low-key trap. Okay, kind of got blue-balled there for a second. I mean, we got a little bit of action, but like... Why? Anyways, Thayar is a large gas giant with traces of chlorine and sodium in its atmosphere. It also has a significant amount of water vapor in the clouds of its upper atmosphere. Thayar was struck by an asteroid at least 12 kilometers in diameter within the last 100 years. The superheating caused by the impactor's atmospheric passage created a large band of vicious storms along the equatorial band. Alright, we can mark off Hydra and Argos Rho off the list. I don't want to go to another thingy yet. Let's go to Maroon Sea. I know we had some shit in there. Oh. The Vostok Sea, Caspian Sea, Matano. That's dope. I lied. I need to open my journal. Alright, I guess that was it for that. Artemis Tau. Look for the recon team. Artemis Tau. Oh! Jesus! Sparta! Do we know where? Weren't there people in the Gnosis system? Already? The damn Girth and their shenanigans? Like, I'm pretty sure we did something out here. Yeah, these have all been surveyed. First indicator that we've been here. I don't have anything to survey. On Gnosis. See Athens. Salamis, yeah, we've done all this as well. There was nothing to survey. I remember reading about the Salamis. Macedon? I think we've already done this one as well. But I'm not too sure. I think we're going in a clockwise rotation, so... Oh, I do not remember reading about these guys. Shargilla. Okay, level 1 pressure hazard. Shargilla has a very dense atmosphere of ammonia and oxygen. Its temperature surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of sulfur. Comm buoys in the system have recently logged a number of unregistered vessels operating nearby. Shargilla has an extensive silicon-based oxygen-breathing ecology. Heavily populated areas are covered with fine silica, silicon dioxide dust, the respiratory byproduct of the world's higher animal forms. High-speed surface winds, and often laden with abrasive silica dust, present a hazard. In areas where the wind deposits a great deal of silica, footing can be treacherous. EVAs are discouraged. I liked that. We're gonna do it again. Hi, Xaviera. How are you? Small tip. Not only planets can be surveyed, small asteroid belts can hide things too. Okay. Interesting. Are there small asteroid belts on the map? Can those be found on the map? Crazy to see this game load so fast. You sit on those Normandy loading screens forever. On the 360. Oh my god, that's wild. That's how I feel about people playing The Sims nowadays. Back in my day, when The Sims was in the early 2000s, you'd have to wait so long to travel between locations, but now everything's just like fluid. Whew, that was some skill. Back at the olden days. Anomaly. Bum, ba, da, da, da. We'll go to the stronghold. I like doing all of the other stuff first. I just find it easier that way. Because then you can just finish the mission and skedaddle. You don't have to linger around and planet crawl. You young whippersnapper gamers don't know how good y'all have it. True. My first console was a Nintendo DS, so... There's that. Mass Effect 2 is a 3-disc game. Hi, Impurity, welcome in. You have missed a long, thick lore session. We sat around reading the Codex for like a hot minute, and now we're side questing. Welcome in. How are you? The multi-disc game era. I remember that with Warcraft 3. I played that with my dad when I was a kid. Was that all there was? Just that one side, or is there anything else around here? A sorry capsule. Matriarch's writings discovered. Not clear who lived here, but it appears to have been abandoned for some time. The container in the tent held, among other things, one of Matriarch Delinga's writings. Nice. Good job, team. Let's get these minerals and rock and roll. Rock and roll. Is it this little turd? It is. Hi, Afro Warrior, welcome in. Mass Effect, one of the best trilogies out there. Hell yeah, brother, welcome in. Playing it for the first time. I'm loving it so far. Boom! Rare element surveyed. Thorium. 10,000 schmeckles. There's sometimes things that don't appear on the map. I do recall someone saying that in the comments when we were exploring one of the planets. And I think I decided that I don't care. Not saying that to be an asshole. Like, I legitimately remember having this conversation. And they were like, yeah, there's some stuff that, like, is off the map. You could find it online if you, like, Google the locations and stuff. And I was like, is it anything, like, important? They're like, no, it's just, like, loot and cool stuff. And I was like, okay. Way too many damn planets for me to be out here looking in the sand for a coin. But that is very cool that they added that, like, hidden exploration. Very cool. I'm not a completionist by any means. I'm barely a finishist. Like, completionist is not even in my vocabulary, because I don't even, like, I can barely finish a game, let alone go past that. Not in my interest levels. I remember when I was playing The Last of Us, people would comment in the YouTube section and be like, "Man, you missed this Firefly pendant at 132.47. You missed a locket in a tree." I'm like, okay. Bro, y'all need to calm down. Yeet! Can you stop? Oops, I missed him. Boop. Didn't miss that one. Get launched. Boop. Annihilated. I got the extra stuff once. Just the once. Never again. That sounds like me. Wait, I see a triangle. Where's this hoe? You!
Cover me.
Knocked him over! Hi, Bree, how are you? You missed him. Yeah, literally. Actually, you missed the... It's fine. I get it. Some people are into that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I am not by any means insulting anyone's gameplay styles of wanting to collect all of the things. I personally, for one, just don't care. Not insulting anyone. I can just barely finish games as it is. Nothing personal. I just have worms for brains. I just like to yell.
Bring it on.
Why do I have a fucking sniper rifle?
This'll help.
Mein Gott! I forgot how OP it is when they actually use their abilities. What the? It's so awkward. It's so awkwardly quiet in all of these bunkers. Like, there's no sound until someone starts shooting. There's no yelling. There's sometimes battle music that cues in, but, like, this is so fucking awkward. Like, hey! Quiet again. Why is it like that? Like, we're assaulting a bunker right now. There's an enemy in the room. So quiet.
Shield disabled.
Hi, Mr. Jones, how are you? Like, they didn't even put, like, some
That's the last of them.
background music, some elevator music? Realistic gaming. Yeah, if I was in a bunker IRL, it would be really quiet. Maybe I would bring my speaker. There it goes. God was listening. Where was this before? Why now? This is the exact same bunker design as the last bunker we did, which makes it, coincidentally, quite easy for us to explore because we know exactly the layout. Bunk. There's a little door up here and then a door downstairs. Skill too low. The fork? For what? Skill too low. You discover evidence that the Asari leading these slavers are the Nasanadanitis, an important ambassador on the Citadel, our sisters. You should return to the Presidium and confront Nasana with this. The Asari leading these slavers and Nasanadanitis, an important ambassador, are our sisters? Oh my god! The tea! How can I not hack this thing? Skill too low? For this too? Huh? Donut? Is there a way to... I mean, I will take a hint if there's a way to... open these right now. You're not good enough. Thanks. Hey, does anyone have any helpful advice? Yeah, you're not good enough to get into the... Get good. Is that the hint that chat's providing? Skill issue? Yeah, quite literally. Yeah, I was just gonna go back to the ship. That was my backup plan. No, I definitely had a plan. My plan was like, okay, I'm gonna do exactly what you guys told me, so glad we're on the same page. But if I was like, if there's like a little quick little way to like just bypass that and just get through it right now, that'd be cool, you know, no hard feelings. If you guys have like, you know, the cheat code, up, down, left, right, you know, just a little Konami code up on it just to, you know, but if that's not, if there's no, then duh, I gotta go back to the ship and I gotta haul someone's ass out here to help me open a box. Oh, easy decryption. Well. Oh yeah, we can't teleport out of here. The skill was not high enough. Just gotta get better, that's all there is to it. Okay. Time to recruit another one of my side hoes to help me do things. Alright, what do we need? Tech strength? Who we got? Tally! Baby girl! Plus Garrus? Fuck you, Caden. Alright. Let's go! Whee! I need to, like, I'll just start singing. Like, there's no sound here, too. There's no music here. It's so immersive that we are just in silence, riding through the planet. Why is this game so quiet? That's my only beef so far with the design, because the music is phenomenal, but, like, there's... Where is it? Helverica, hello, welcome to the channel. Okay, there it goes again. Found you on YouTube and liked the vibes. Heck yeah, well, welcome in. That's awesome. That makes me very happy to hear. And you caught me live. Absolutely goated move. 6 out of 9 would recommend. And thank you for the follow, Health. Welcome to the community. And Rodriguez, hello. Hi, Cat. Alright, let's bust some boxes. Now that we have our cybernetic baby girl. Oh, the quiet bunker. Just me and my inner demons. I'll just record my own, music.
Pack this shit on
Oh, I still have this from yesterday. Deathbot, thank you for the gift sub to Catfed.
Oh, fuck. Fuck this shit on. Fuck this shit on. Alright. Hello, Loki. Meow. Alright, we gotta record a new fire track for the bunker. Oh, fuck, the music started again. What are we doing for this bunker? Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. 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 Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere.
I can't. Okay, anyways, let's just get into this bunker. Thank you for the gift sub, Deathlad, to Cat. Cat, enjoy your sub. Enjoy. Welcome back. Alright. Let's see what this hard decryption's about. This is actually kind of difficult. Ah! I was so close. Heck. That was so easy. Almost didn't make it. Let's try it again. Ooh, left side, left side, left side. $30,000! Woo! 30,000 schmeckles. Good job, chat. 30,000 schmeckles. That was so worth. Yoink, hi BB Hood, how are you? I found you, Miss New Bunker. Hell yeah, hold on.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. I found you, Miss New Bunker. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. I found you, Miss New Bunker. That's so I found you, Miss New Bunker. I found you, Miss New Bunker. Got some new lore. Got some new orc. Call me a spelunker. When we got tally, you know we rally.
For free? For the mere price of $3.99, you get all this entertainment and more. Okay. God, there's so many missing people. Can they just, like, stop? Artemis Tau. Is that what I was doing? Sparta system in the art. It told me? I hate my life. You're telling me it told me where to go. Alright. I might as well finish. This is the one that we were just at. No. Horrorland is an enormous terrestrial planet, half again the size of Earth. Despite its thick atmosphere, the weak output of the red dwarf Mastodon leaves its surface biting cold. The crust is mainly composed of silica, but significant deposits of iron and other industrial metals are present. These lodes may provide rich enough to be profitably mined despite the heavy gravity. You were scanning the planet, Porolon, when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard and found one of Matriarch Delinga's writings in the storage compartment. Patavig. There's nothing to see here, but Patavig is the second of the Macedon system's giant terrestrial planets and by far the most interesting. Or more interesting. Most of the surface is covered by a vast sea of liquid ammonia in which a unique aquatic ammonia-based biosphere has developed. While the frozen continents are largely bereft of life, a rich bounty of complex organisms, many larger than a human, flourish in the chilly toxic seas. While dreadfully inhospitable to humans, Patavig is suitable for colonization by the Volus. Negotiations between the system's alliance and the Volus' patrons, the Turian hierarchy, have made good progress. Of course the Volus can live there. The Volus can live anywhere. They're just like little mole rats. Fargalissi definition. Fargalissi is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with an abundance of airborne hydrocarbons. Wow, what a description. Precisely one sentence long. Scans of orbit have detected a large concentration of xenon. Thanks for that. Riveting. You're doing your best, Farg. You're doing your best. Sparta. This is where the missing dudes are at. This is not the Fargussi. Alright, where are these boys? Bring them home! Onto Malka. Onto Malka is a large hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in the atmosphere. Its massive gravity well tugs many asteroids from the outer belt inwards, past the orbit of Altaia and Eldolis, and eventually settle into the inner belt. Onto Malka's orbit is congested with hundreds of captured moons. Most last only a few thousand years before being ejected, dragged down into the atmosphere, or ripped apart by tidal forces and added to the gas giant's immense rings. Attempting to navigate this chaotic environment is hazardous at best. Ships without military-grade kinetic barriers are likely to suffer catastrophic impacts. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of hydrogen. Very nice, Onto Malka. Edolus.
I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Edolus is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Edolus' surface is covered by a wide desert of silicate sand, with only a few areas of igneous rock highlands to break the abrasive, dust-choked wind. Edolus' orbit is congested with debris thrown inwards by the gravity of the gas giant Onto Malka. Fuck you, Onto Malka. Due to a high rate of meteor impacts, exploration is highly dangerous. Sounds great, I'm in! Fargalissi. Okay, we cannot risk being weak again. I'm bringing my girls. They can do it. We don't need meat. We don't need man meat. We got this. I got the combat. I got the brawn. Crocs, welcome in. How are you? Favorite companion so far? I stated earlier that I don't have one yet, and I stick by that statement. I'm too new in. They are all kind of the same to me. Except for Caden. And Ashley. Are you playing through all three? I do intend to play through all three. $15 hours in, too new. I mean... yeah, that's a good point. I guess I should start picking favorites. We just finally got our final team member, though, like a couple hours ago. So... we finally have the whole squad. So, like, it's not fair. Lithium. Don't wanna lock me up inside. Brrr. Lithium. Very nice. Rex is easily the best. I have stated that I do like Rex. He's a funny lad. Ignore Andromeda like the first slice of bread. Yeah, I do need to play all 3. I'm trying to be better about playing, like, multiples, because I've never really played story games. And so, like, when I played The Last of Us, I wanted to play The Last of Us Part 2 right after. The only one... What the fuck?! How?! Suck my toe! Try that! Wow. Sorry. Got a little angy there. We're fine. It's fine. Fuck. All good. Yay! Ha ha ha. Yeah, like I played The Last of Us and then Part 2 right after. And then with Mass Effect, I want to play all 3. Just so I don't, like, leave the world and then have to pop back in. It would make more sense to play them consecutively. And then the only one that I didn't really do that with was The Witcher. I just kind of popped into The Witcher and then didn't play any of the other ones. But there is rumor that I think has been confirmed, right, that they're doing a remake of the first one. So I'll likely wait for that to come out, and then I'll play the first Witcher, and then maybe the second, and then maybe even do a replay of Witcher 3 after I have a full picture. So that's the only one. Only like 10 people have played Witcher 1, so it's okay. God damn! God damn! Alright, I won't bother. Got it. Mummified Solarian. They already looked cursed, so can't imagine how that goes. Jesus. Captain Millen's identification tag, how it ended up here is impossible to know for sure. It's interesting. Maury, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, that's why I'm waiting for the remake, because at least it'll be more graphically appealing to me. I've never played an old game. Like, this is probably the oldest game I've played as a story game. Because the only story games I've played are Cyberpunk, Plague Tale, Stray, The Last of Us now, and I'm playing... and The Witcher. Fake. Have I played any old games? So, like, I literally haven't played anything that's, like, pre-20... In The Witcher 3, I played the remake. So... And this thing is 07. Repo, thanks for the follow. Welcome. So, yeah, when I go back to play super older games, and by super older... I don't know. What the These fucking things again. Sensory tentacle? The fuck kind of game is this? Get out of here! Get out of here! Show yourself. More tentacles? Ah! We're good, we're good, we're good. Overheating, we're good, we're good. We don't even need to touch the tentacles. The tentacles are a distraction. Come here, buddy. This is where the Marines went. They got eaten by the Thresher Maw. No shit. Eat my bullets! Ah! 20,000! And a level up. Sick.
Understood.
Hi, Jimmy. Sega, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, so when it comes to old games, I think that coming up on my list, I would like to play eventually like the old God of Wars. Feel like that would be fun. In a painful kind of way. Persona 3.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Well.
It appears these men were under the command of Admiral Kahoku. He will want to know what happened here.
Banger game. Let's go ahead and finish these. Alsages. Small distant Alsages is a small terrestrial with a trace atmosphere of methane and argon. The surface is composed of water, ice, and calcium with occasional deposits of light metals. During the Alliance's pirate suppression campaign in the 2160s, the Batarian Elaum Ranpera was caught with his frigate, Hanar, grounded on Alsages for drive discharge. When challenged by the cruiser Hyderabad, Ranpera, dude, say that 10 times fast. What is that? I'm speaking in not names. Refused to surrender. The Turian was destroyed attempting to take off. The debris is strewn across the southern hemisphere. Plutonium. Wow, thanks, Mr. Jones. Thank you so much. Tremonre is a dwarf planet composed of light magnesium silicates with deposits of aluminum. Deposits. Its surface is covered by wide swaths of ancient dark basaltic lava, possibly indicating the world was created through an impact with some other body in the system. Tremonre's magnetic field is non-existent. This makes it impossible for ships to dump drive charge from orbit. That said, Tremonre's minuscule gravity allows even cruiser-sized vessels to land safely for direct grounding. Altaia. Have I read this one before? I'm not sure. Altaia is an unusually large terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of methane and ammonia. The surface is frozen, mainly composed of sandstone and other sedimentary rocks with deposits of iron and chlorides. Judging by the sedimentary composition of the crust, it appears that Altaia once possessed an atmosphere thick enough to support some form of liquid. What cataclysm stripped the atmosphere and left the planet to freeze is not currently known. Sick. I don't actually know what I'm doing next, so I need to actually go back to my journal. I have to go back to the Citadel Tower, okay, to finish that one off. Alright, I should probably stop here. I've been playing non-stop for a hot minute, so I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a goodbye. We did a lot in this little short period of time. I've been playing for a couple hours nonstop. A lot of side questing. I'm trying to knock these out because they incrementally build on the lore and like the behind the scenes of what's going on. And then I'll probably in the next one pop over and do a few more side boys, and then we'll continue with the main quest. So I'll see you guys there.